Hello everyone, I am Shelby and welcome to my channel Shimmer, and today we are doing sketchbook ideas that are simple and easy to do. Now, I have not drawn a simple teacup or cup with a plant in it in such a long time. The very first time I ever did this, and I think that's the only time I've done it in a while, is my first sketchbook tour, which I will link in the description below of what video that is. And it's probably like closest to one of the first videos I did. But it was a coffee cup with a sprout in it, and I did metallic fingernail polish with it to do that cup, and I absolutely still love that drawing. But I started noticing that I'm more precious with my supplies, and that I was being more OCD about it. I don't know why I went in and did such an itty-bitty filling with such a tiny little pin or nub on this liner. I should have did a bigger one, but I wanted something easy and simple. I started drawing in the truck, like I said, because I started getting OCD and precious with my supplies and I didn't want to use it. Well, I use this sketchbook to throw ideas in. It doesn't matter what kind, but my mixed media, I spend more time with those pieces, and I started carrying around my art supplies for this very reason, to draw on our vehicle while we're driving, so my lines aren't perfect. I know they're not going to be. And I carry around my pencils, erasers, fine liners, metallic pens, watercolors, you name it, I have it with me. Typically, my least expensive supplies with me, because I'm not going to, I use it sometimes in the sketchbook, but I don't always. I wanted to figure out the coloring for this cup. I was thinking about either doing like a rosy color or a black or white, and I went with the black because it was more contrasting against the plants I did. These are simple shaped plants, and I got my fine liners from, I believe, Amazon. They are penmanship fine liners, super cheap. You can find them online. The gel pen, not all dollar stores have this, but like one of ours around us has like this aisle where the art supplies are, and they have gel pens for like $1 or $2, and you can try them out. So I tried these out and I absolutely loved them, so I took them home, and I just wanted something that I didn't have to look online to look at. I was just, I looked up some teacup styles and I just put them together, mashed them together. I did not look up the plants. I just wanted something that was different to throw in there. And I really liked how that turned out. So I decided to go in with my gel pen now and fill in everything. And this gel pen is amazing. I haven't had any issues with them, which is great. I was worried about that, for the price of them, but I absolutely love them. So I take them everywhere. I actually bought 2 gold and 2 silver. And I got tired of being precious with stuff, like I said. I probably keep rambling about it, but it's true. I did not want to stay in that mindset of it. I got tired of doing that because I wasn't drawing. I didn't want to draw because I was worried about not being perfect enough for my sketchbook, but you don't learn if you don't use your supplies. And that's, you can use this as an exercise before you draw, and I do that. I do mind-numbing, simple stuff where I don't have to think about it now before I do a drawing that I'm going to deep dive into. So I had to rush to the kitchen because I heard the canning pot pop, because I'm canning dandelion syrup in it, and I had them in a boil bath, which they're fine. I turned it all off. It's all good. But here I am just going in with accent colors, and I wanted the cup alone to pop. Not the plant, but the cup itself is the main focus I wanted to do. I used cheap colored pencils, Crayola, and my fine liners are from Amazon. They're just the penmanship kind. Really cheap set. A variety of sizes and brush nibs and regular nibs. And then I use a cheap brand of watercolor pencil set as well, and a cheap gel pen that I got from the dollar store. Some dollar stores have it where like you go down the aisle with the art supplies and there's a whole row of gel pens that you can check out and look at. And I got the gold and silver gel pens, and the metallic markers I have are from the dollar store, which I absolutely love them. And they work great. But look at how cute this cup is. If my camera would, focus. Hold on. It'll focus in just a second. There it is. Look how pretty it is. It's so shimmery in person. So here we go in with my water brush, my watercolor brush for inks, paints, also watercolor, as you can see. I'm sure they have different media, also different medias I haven't mentioned, but those are the ones I know. And I'm just slapping color on. I did this in my truck. We're waiting on my husband from his appointment. Me and my dog are. You can see her in the background. And I was just slapping color down. I was taking my brush, putting it on the watercolor pencil, which you could do different techniques with the watercolor pencils. You can actually take the brush, put it on wet on the pencil, take it off, all that good stuff. You can use the shavings and a palette and wet those as you go. Use that for watercolor. You can do wet to dry, which you wet your paper, use the pencil, or use the pencil regularly. Either way works. And here I am doing green. Can't tell because of the shadow. I'm using green. The only ones I did not use was white and black. I used yellow, orange, blue, purple, red, gray, and green. There was a brown too I used as well. And that's all I used for these. There's no pattern, nothing. I was just slapping them down without a care in the world. And since it was warm that day, I put it in the sun on my dash and let it dry. Now again, you guys can use this. You can put your own twist on it, your own thing on it. But this is what I did. You can do whatever you want with it. Now this would be really good for a exercise before you actually did a really in-depth drawing or painting. So this is what I use before I do any major drawing or major sketches I want to do. Because this warms up your hand muscle and you're thinking, but you don't really have to think about it too much. But you get the idea. So I'm trying to show you the colors of what they look like. And then I just take my metallic marker and I'm just going in. I'm not looking up ideas for these flower designs, but I'm just going to go in every color I see. I'm going to try to do a different flower design. Some of these are from memory. Some of them aren't even real. Some of them I've drawn before, so I kind of have an idea of what they are. And I just add leaves, details, and I was adding just all kinds of little details that I could think of to make everything look more. Just a little bit more, But I really like how this page came out. I did a page similar to this one in gold. And I went back to it, so that's what this is. It's a very simple sketchbook idea, so you can do this, but you can use any different pattern, or you can use any object or anything that you want to put down over the collar. It makes you think a tad bit, but not like excessively where like you're overthinking or anything. It's just something fun to do. I really enjoy it, but you also don't even have to think at all with this exercise. But this, I'm doing a cluster of flowers right here because, have you ever seen a dandelion or two dandelion flowers stick together? That's what this reminded me of. So they just kind of like conjoined together. So I thought these two were really cute. So some of the flowers are clustered together, some are just singles, and some of them there's even more together. It just depended on what I saw or what I seen. And I just did that with every single one. And this took me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, maybe even less. It was super easy though. And this was supposed to be some kind of like tulip flower, but like I said, it's not exactly a tulip flower. Now, I'm just adding little dots and lines to everything to make more detail. If you can see the little silver dots, the entire page is going to be covered in it. But I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you again soon. Bye.